All right, I'm here with Ava. Ava, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm a PhD student at Cornell University studying under Neil Mattson, and I'm working on the optimization of teen leaf lettuce for CEA.
Oh, excellent. Teen leaf, it's a very popular variety and or category, I
Yeah.
should say, right now. Is there any specific teen variety that you're looking at, or is it multiple varieties?
So right now I'm doing kind of an overall study. I just finished up one study that has a lot of different cultivars in it, so I'm trying to figure out what traits or combination of traits are associated with superior performance, and I'm looking at that under different lighting conditions. So I'm not sure exactly which variety yet, but
Okay.
that's what I'm working on. I'm
All
doing
right.
mostly phenotyping.
Excellent. And how did you get here in your life where you're at Cornell, PhD? There's had to be some kind of motivation that led you to where you're at today. Could you talk a little bit about what drove you here?
Yeah, absolutely. I've really always loved plants. I grew up with, even when I was in high school, I had far too many plants in my bedroom. My parents were like, this is crazy. I did not grow up in ag at all, but
Okay.
I grew up in a suburb actually just outside of Columbus, and I ended up coming to Ohio State for horticulture as my undergrad degree. And when I was an undergrad, I just took the time to do a lot of different internships. I was with like the USDA, Corteva, I even went abroad and just really looked at all the different fields of agriculture and like horticulture and like saw where I could fit in. And I knew I wanted to just keep doing research and stay in plants, so I just started applying to grad schools. I did my master's at Cornell as well, and I was working on strawberries and like looking at new ways to propagate strawberries for field and CEA purposes. And I loved it, so I've continued with it, and now
Awesome.
I'm in my PhD.
Awesome, awesome. How do we get the consumption of fresh vegetables out there more to Americans? Right, we have a lot of pressure on our healthcare system. Our industry is very small relative to field production. So, is there anything that you think that we can do from a academic community to really drive consumption more?
Yeah, I think a big thing is just getting fresh produce into the hands of people. I think a lot of people are really nervous about where their produce may be coming from, like what was it like treated with, how was it grown? But the bigger deal is that if, like, an apple, no matter where it came from, is better than a bag of processed chips or something. So I think as like an educator, I really hope to inform the public about agriculture, how things are grown, like reconnect the general public with agriculture and bridge that gap that I feel like is formed in societies that are pretty urban, and just showing people that like how crops are grown and that
Yeah.
it's important to eat our vegetables, and it's less about a concern of how they were grown and where they came from and more about just making sure you're eating enough of them.
Excellent, excellent. And the show's been good for you today. Any major takeaways?
Oh, a lot of major takeaways. This has been really great. I think it's important that people are focusing on looking at all the different aspects of CEA rather than being excited about the new shiny automation and the new fun
Right.
cultivars, but really thinking about things like food safety, scale, lighting, and just going back to the basics, the nuts and bolts of it, because like you gotta crawl before you can walk, and
Yeah.
just making sure that we really dial in these critical pieces of it before getting too big.
Like the answer. Now, I'm coming from the lighting perspective of the industry, and when we talk lettuce, we're seeing some really high light being designed and installed. So, how far are you looking at maybe in moles per day or total DLI? How far are you going in your research?
Right now, we're treating about like 17 as our baseline. I'd like to push that and see how high we can bring it, and on the contrary, how low we can bring it. Like I'm gauging different cultivars and seeing like, are they shade tolerant? Will they tolerate 12 or 15 for some of these areas? But also, do we have some varieties that are really tip burn resistant, are really aggressive and will grow well? So I'm hoping that we'll see some that can tolerate 20, but we'll
Yeah.
see that.
Excellent. And we learned a little bit about far red today as well. Are you planning to do any far red in your studies?
Potentially. I mean, we work with the limitation of the lighting that we have in the greenhouse. I think it'd be interesting. I think there's a lot of people doing far red light. If I get the opportunity, I'd love to, but I'm sure other people are all in that, and we'll be seeing some great things with far red.
All right, last question. What does the future hold for the industry, say 25 years out? What would you say?
Ooh. I hope in 25 years out, we have controlled environment agriculture as something that everybody wants to know about and be a part of. I really see it like I see public gardens having controlled environments where people can explore things like almost like what we're doing today, where like the general public could go in and learn, and it's not like us as academics are trying to teach the public, it's the public is curious. And I mean, when it's beautiful like this, people are willing to come and look and see how it is. So if we can get like controlled environment agriculture and hydroponics and all these beautiful systems into places that the public can see them and access them, I think that it will, I don't know, will help our food system out a lot, and people will be a lot more interested and will eat more fresh produce.
I like it. I like it. Thank you, Ava.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.
See you around.
See you around.